unamwambia chenye unajua this person is going to get hurt. Thank you.
Wow, can we give a better clap to Alice? Alice has been vulnerable in two ways. She has spoken about other people and then she has spoken about herself. Alice, we honor you. Thank you so much for being vulnerable to us. Any other person, please? Good. Thank you.
Good evening. So it's always said that men, we don't like talking about what is bothering us. For me, mine is about myself. Being brought up by a single mother, then when you are in class 5, your mom gets married again, and you move to a stepfather who has not one, but 9 other kids. So, then you find yourself in the same primary school. After your stepbrother does his KCPA, then you follow. And unaambiwa hakuna pesa ya kukupeleka high school. So, after you are told like that, you feel life imefika mwisho. So for me, after I did my class 8, my stepdad said that hakuwa na uwezo wa kunipeleka high school. Then unajua my mom was ni wale wanawake, I love her so much, but ni wale wakunyamaza tu, hapendi maneno mengi. So my mom used to be so quiet, and she couldn't even defend me and my 3 brothers. So nikakaa nje, like I did my class 8 back 2015. Nikakaa nje for all nikaamua kufanya kazi hoteli. After that nikaingia kwa hoteli, I started working hapa na kule. Then I started earning. So what I started earning, back at home, I want to contribute, pay for rent, pay for my rent, for their rent, buy some food stuff. So nikawa naona ni ngumu kwangu. Then at the same time, if I even fail a time to pay, and home, wanasema my stepdad will say that your work is to eat, na kukaa kwa nyumba yangu, and you are a grown up. Now, by that time, sina ID, I'm still a minor. So nikawa na hizo thoughts. I started questioning myself. Why am I suffering like this? Why am I always finding myself in, all this trouble, all this problem? Nikawa get some suicidal thoughts. But later in life, nikaja to realize that I am better. I started accepting that even though nitakaa hapa home, they might not profit. So I have first to accept myself. Ni accept na nikubali kwamba let me forgive them first. First I learned to forgive them. After nimelearn kuwasamehea, then I learned to pray. Hata this is the first time I'm sharing this. Hata wao nyumbani hawajui whether I've ever had suicidal thought. So after that nikakaa hizo thoughts zikakuja zikaniishia. Nikaamua kujoin shule But now my aunt decided to pay for my adult education. That time she was living here in Taita, so I joined her here. Anilipie adult center niendelee kusoma. Mambo ikatokea akakosana na the husband, so she left. Na ameniacha hapa Taita. I have no one that I know here in Taita. Sina rafiki, sina baba, sina mama hapa Taita, so I'm by myself. So then nilikuwa naenda church, but before nifike huko kwa kwenda church, after ameenda na ameharibu nyumbani na kusema kwamba I'm the cause of her fight with the husband, suicidal thought came back to my mind again. Nikawa nafikiria nimetoka kwetu inasemanga unatoka kwa jongore unakuja jongomerie. Yani you move from somewhere, unatoka kule kwa John kukule alafu unafika John kumeze. So umetoka kwa zile shida ulizodhania umeziepuka, umekuja somewhere where you want to perfect your future, but now shinda zinainuka tena. So the suicidal thought came back to me, but I thank God. I'm always so grateful to my God, because in there alileta somebody from the church mali nilikuwa naenda. Nikaulizwa kama naweza taka kurudi high school. Nikasema it's okay. I went back to high school. I did my KCSE back 2023, and here I am by the grace of God. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Wow. Isn't that a good testimony to us, eh? And ukimwangalia hivi kwa uso, kuna mahali suicidal ideation? No. So people who ever have suicidal ideations, it doesn't write itself on your head. And I know maybe there is someone here, you just don't know how to say it. And we appreciate. Thank you. Thank you for wanting to share, but you don't know how to share. So as we continue, between 2024 and 2026, our theme for suicide prevention is changing the narrative about suicide. Changing the narrative about suicide. Narrative is, what stories do you tell yourself about suicide? So as you've been growing up, maybe you used to hear people who die by suicide are? Hebu niambie. Mmekuwa mkisikia nini? Wale watu ambao wanakufa, maybe wamejitia kitanzi, ama wamekunywa sumu, ama wamejidunga visu. Tumekuwa tukisikia nini kuhusu hivyo vifo vya kujiumiza wewe mwenyewe? And their families, what have you been hearing? They are cursed. What else? Yes, please. They don't love themselves. They are mad. They have a great grandparent who died by suicide, and that spirit is now coming to haunt them through that person. What else? Witchcraft, that person has been bewitched. What else? What else? Now, are those, we call them myths. In life, when we are not able to explain something, we try, as human beings, our minds are finite. And if it is something that is inexplicable, we try to find a way of explaining it in a way we can understand. So we come up with things we call myths. Myths that can be used to explain a phenomenon we do not understand. And so that is how we have those myths like this person has been bewitched, mtu amemwendea kwa waganga, ametupiwa majini, ako demon possessed. So all those are myths, but are they necessarily true? That's the question we need to ask ourselves, so that we change this myth about suicide to something that we can actually talk about. Kuna watu wanasema iti the more we talk about suicide, inakaa kawaida sasa tutaanza encourage watu. That's not the case. It is actually a reality. Have you heard about the proverbial ostrich? The proverbial ostrich. When an ostrich sees danger, what does it do? It runs away. It's actually one of the fastest birds. It should be the fastest bird, the fastest bird that is on the ground. Does it run away when it sees danger? What does it do? It hides its head in the sand. So is that what we are going to continue doing? We know very well there is a risk of people harming themselves in different ways. If we don't talk about it, we are the proverbial ostrich that hides their head in the sand. So what do we need to do? Talk about it. There are 3 R's that I want to tell you. 3 R's that we can use to prevent suicide. Number 1, recognize. Recognize. Recognize the warning signs about suicide. Find out, you guys have friends. You have friends, you have family, you have parents, you have siblings. If you notice someone, for one reason or another, they have changed. They are not who they used to be. They used to be noble people. They used to smile. All of a sudden, that person cannot smile anymore. They used to have chats. You would sit and laugh with them to the end of the day. And then this person now, for one reason or another, they are not talking to anyone. They want to be isolated, alone. That's not something you take for granted. Recognize the signs that you can see. And maybe I know I have mentioned a few signs, but I may want to bring up some more. And as we speak about this, just reflect. Is there anyone at home or at school that you have seen some of these signs on? Is there anyone you have seen with some of these signs? And if there is someone you have seen with these signs, you are not a doctor. So I am not telling you to go and diagnose them and diagnose them and start saying, oh, now, you're sick. After you have recognized, you need to respond. Recognize, then respond. How do you respond? The first point of response is empathy. Empathy. Empathy is not sympathy. Sympathy ni woye. Oh, woye, what is wrong with you? Oh, empathy is try and put yourself in their shoes. Find out, why are you feeling like this? And if I was in your shoes, would I also be feeling like this? Listen to them. Listen not with a judging ear, but with the ear that wants to know, how can I make life better for you? So we need to empathize with our friends. Empathize with those people. We could ask ourselves, what are some of the reasons why people may want to have, or they may find themselves having suicidal thoughts? Now, Alice told us, unkind words from people. There are things people say and do to us that cause wounds. Unajua, kukata mtu haimanishi uchukue kisu mkate. There are things that cut worse than a knife. The words that come from your mouth. Are they words that build people, or are they words that totally destroy that person? And sadly, the words you speak, you can never take them back. So I love an English word called epitaph. An epitaph is when someone is buried, on the tombstone, there is something that is inscribed on that tombstone. But one thing I've learned is the greatest epitaph is not what is written on your tombstone. It is what is written on people's hearts after you're done with them. We interact with different people every day. After our interaction, what residue do I leave on your soul? Do I leave a residue that stains you? You start thinking of yourself differently. You start thinking of yourself as worthless, not worthy of life. Or do I uplift you? Do my words uplift you and give you life? The power of life and death lies where? In our tongues. Grace. Talk with people with courtesy. Speak kindly to people. It won't cost you anything. And that kind word, you have no idea what it will do to that person. So speak kindly to people. So we have, there's something we call trauma. Trauma is something that scares, I don't know how to describe it. a traumatic event is something that terrifies you. And some of us here, that was happening. Or some boys are actually sodomized. But because we don't talk about it, that boy carries some shame in them that becomes a trigger even as they keep growing. And unfortunately, the people